First Sip Brew Box is a one-of-a-kind subscription service for craft beer lovers based right here in Pittsburgh. Every month, First Sip will send you a box full of craft beer enthusiast essentials, including t-shirts, glassware, and even food. Right now, our friends at First Sip Brew Box have an offer for you. Just sign up for a 3-month subscription and get your 4th month free. Just enter the code HOPUSA when you sign up at firstsipbrewbox.com. That's HOPUSA at checkout to get your 4th month free at firstsipbrewbox.com.
Woe to you, O earth and sea.
It's the Hop Nation
USA Podcast.
Welcome to Dunkin Talk. We're talking Dunkin' Donuts. This week, we're getting into, is the banana split flavor better than the almond pistachio flavor? And does anybody drink the cookie butter flavor?
So I have a first counterpoint. The banana splits flavor, is that based on the cartoon?
What? No.
The banana splits?
No.
I'm just
It's
asking
all ice cream
questions.
flavors.
Oh, well,
How
see,
are you not up on your Dunkin'?
Well, now
This
I
is
know.
Dunkin' Talk.
I'm new at this. I'm
You're
sorry.
on America's #1 Dunkin' podcast, and you're asking about stupid-ass cartoons. You know it's ice cream flavors now.
I'm just bringing a little counterpoint. That's all.
That's not even a counterpoint. That's just a wrong point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Well, now that you've ruined Dunkin' Talk, let's go back to
Let's go back to craft beer talk.
let's go back to episode 105 of the Hop Nation USA podcast with me, Steve, and the co-host Adam.
Is that based on a cartoon?
No,
Alright.
nothing is based on cartoons.
I,
This week we're joined by special guests Katie and Kelsey,
Hi.
and then that's it. Now we're on the 105.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
You're probably wondering why I've brought you all here today.
Yes.
It's been 2 years since we discussed how Kelsey went to school with Gillian Jacobs, and we've still not got me her phone number.
True.
So now we have Kasey and
Katie. Oh.
My brain ran together.
Subject to interpretation.
Yeah.
Katie and Kelsey is Kasey, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you nailed that.
I have dyslexia, and
Yeah.
it goes like that.
I get it.
Yeah.
We have a celebrity mashup name now.
Yeah.
For when we come on a co-host
Exactly.
together.
Fabulous.
Excellent.
Can we back up, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose phone number did you need?
I need Gillian Jacobs'
Jacobs.
phone number.
Okay, and who is that?
That she was on Community, and she was on, what else?
That Love show on Netflix.
Love on Netflix. She was
She
also on
apparently-
Harmontown for a little bit.
She apparently went to Mount Lebanon High School.
Yes. She went to Mount Lebanon High
Your
School.
grade?
No.
Below you?
No, above me.
My grade?
Maybe above you.
Huh.
I think it might be, wait, how many years separate Kelsey and Katie?
One. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
That's a tight window.
She might have only went before you guys. New, like in middle school.
Who knows?
Either way,
Well, I didn't go to middle school at Mount Lebanon, so.
right. I'm just that's why I'm saying.
I think we should focus on what's really important here.
Beer.
Joe Manganiello's from Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Let's
Don't
talk,
distract.
Yes, let's talk about Joe Manganiello from Mount Lebanon.
He's happily married. Leave him alone. Although it would be cool to hang out with him. And
That's also the best hookup story ever. Do you know how they got together?
I do not.
This is my favorite hookup story. He was on, I believe, the Ellen show, and he was single. And Ellen's like, I can't believe you're single. He's like, I just haven't found the right person. And she's like, well, what's your right person look like? And he was like, Sofia Vergara. Everything about her is perfect. She had recently come out of a relationship, happened to be watching the episode, and called him, and they've been together since.
Yep.
Because he's so hot, he can go on national TV and go, I want that one, and
Yep.
it just happens.
It's a beautiful story.
Life's not fair.
No, it's not.
well, we're doing the exact same thing, but in reverse right now.
So what's,
Gillian
there
Jacobs
you
is
go.
Full circle.
she's perfect for me because she has a lot of money. And I think I've seen her drink Pliny the Elder on her Instagram. So there you go. And let's make this happen. The two of you should have enough contacts in Mount Lebanon to figure this out for me.
Somebody's got to know somebody.
This is my GoFundMe. my life is
Google
shit.
this lady.
In the meantime,
I'm out. I have no contacts.
I know.
Gillian
Jacobs.
All I can tell you is that Joe, what's his face, is Manganiello.
Yes.
Manganiello.
Manganiello.
Yes.
He apparently is really into D&D.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it'd be cool to hang out with him.
Yeah, there's an entire Big Bang Theory episode about
Yeah.
it.
I did not know that.
There
It's
is.
really really entertaining
definitely
because
didn't know
it's Will Wheaton and Joe Manganiello and
William Shatner and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
yes, and they invite all of the girls and the wives to come and play with them just to fuck over the dudes.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's entertaining.
It's very entertaining.
Was Vin Diesel there?
No, he plays in a different circle.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
This chick
Although
graduated.
Big Show does play with Joe.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I mean, who knew D&D was so prevalent in the
popular
Hollywood
now.
community?
It's the worst kept secret.
She's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
Oh, so that's where
And
it is.
she went to high school at the Juilliard School.
well,
so
not Mount Lebanon High School.
oh no, this
that must have been
chick
Dormont.
St. Clair.
slumming it. No idea.
Anyways,
Sure,
Anyways.
she's a perfectly nice person, and I hope all your wildest dreams come true.
Yes, me too. I hope that someone listening to this can actually make that happen.
Down to come home for holidays.
Yeah.
true.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sometimes. It's got to happen. I'm just saying, the two of you know it. So we're 2 years later. Now you got to get back out there.
Oh,
Make
you know
things
who
happen.
I think is in the same grade as her is Dustin, the guy that owns Mindful. There you go. I believe he was 2 years older than me.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll investigate further.
Pieces are starting to fall into place.
In the meantime,
yes.
we're
Are drinking beer.
drinking beer. We're not doing Dunkin talk. Apparently that doesn't go over right.
I only like coffee black. I was way out on a limb with that one.
Yeah, I actually wasn't even sure what this month's Dunkin theme of
Almond
coffee
pistachio
flavors was.
sounds terrible.
Yes, it does. The banana split also sounds terrible.
They're both awesome. You're both wrong.
Is that in
Moving
coffee?
on. Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, that was coffee. That wasn't an ice cream.
It's ice cream flavors in coffee.
Bullshit.
We're moving on.
1 sugar, 1 cream.
Shut up. Moving
Just
on.
cream or black.
And other things that irritate Adam. IPAs.
In other news, American Pale Ale. That's the first beer of the evening.
Oh, an
I was
Yeah.
way off.
Yeah. It is the
close.
halfway home from Country Boy Brewing. And this is coming out of Georgetown, Kentucky, because this week's theme is all Kentucky beers.
Yay.
Yes.
Coming from the Commonwealth.
Yes, brought to us by Katie's husband, Chris.
Chris.
Here, here.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris.
Chris, who may or may not listen to this. I don't know. Do you
I
force
actually
him?
don't think he listens to any podcast. He puts in his. Well, you guys probably go to concerts together. He gets to work, puts in his headphones, tunes everybody out.
I
Right
can
on.
appreciate
He's
that.
playing with a rivet gun all night and can't hear any. He can't even hear that. Like,
Right on.
Yeah.
I get it. But yes, Country Boy Brewing, we featured them before. They had the Shotgun Wedding, which was like a brown.
Which was a fantastic beer. I enjoyed it greatly.
Yes. This one, we'll see if you do or not.
Okay.
It's described as the carrot on the string. It's the reminder that you're halfway home to that well-deserved reward.
Wait, is this a midlife crisis?
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Is
know.
this an inspirational poster?
Yes.
Looks like it's on a field of trees. It could be an inspirational poster.
Exactly,
Nice.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
on a field of trees out in the middle of Kentucky, I'm
Pinterest
assuming.
beer.
I guess it's a drinking while you farm beer.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
tend to some horses,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's a 5.5% ABV. They have nothing on the IBUs, so I can't tell you if it's going to be good or bad for you, Adam.
We shall find out shortly.
We'll find out shortly.
Also, looking at the can, it is a very good representation of the Estonian flag, but upside down. There you go.
Why do you know that?
Oh, why do you not?
Because I've only been to Latvia, not Estonia.
Oh, well, there's your problem right there.
I'll work on that. That's a lie. I have no desire to go to Estonia. The people I know that have been there, it sounds terrible. No offense, Estonians.
It's all Slav trash. I can say that because I'm Slav trash.
Where we stay when we go there is an old Russian airfield. There's this, what I hear is there's like these old, debunked, dilapidated, should be condemned buildings, and that's like where we stay, and it's not near any restaurants, it's not near even work, like it's just very far away on the opposite end of everything, except for this wooded area where there's like a Russian military graveyard behind it.
Right on.
So,
Oh, okay.
I can dig it.
That's all I know about.
So it's a map from Call of Duty. Neat.
Whoosh, video game reference over my head.
That's fine. Somebody out there gets it, maybe.
And they're getting a hearty chuckle out of it.
Yeah, somebody had a hearty chuckle.
Smells really good, actually.
Okay.
So looking at it,
Oh, we're gonna enjoy this.
yeah, looking at it, it's not much of a pale ale. It's actually pretty dark.
Yeah.
This is like a dark orange,
Yeah.
but on the nose, there's a lot of hop.
A little bit of fruitiness on there.
I'm almost getting like a peach or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some fruits.
Yeah, it's like tropically, but
Yeah.
Time to try.
It tastes better than it smells.
yeah, it does. It's actually like really soft and easy drinking.
Actually, I wish it tasted more like it smells.
Yeah.
Go harder.
I want more out of you.
I'm assuming it was dry hopped because that's just a lot of aroma, but not a lot of hop.
I'm all right with that.
Well, I'm sure you are.
It's very surprising to hear.
Yeah, I'm good with what they got going
This
on.
is like even less offensive than the pseudo sue we had last week,
right.
and that's why you're happy with it. So
Well, less mad.
less mad. Fair enough.
Who can be mad at beer? Actually, I lied. I've definitely had some
stories
beers
for
I'm pretty
you.
mad at.
Oh, I've definitely had beers where I'm like, what? No, no.
I pay good money for this.
Yeah,
This is trash.
there's a lot out there.
Oh, what was that one we had? The 26.2.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I was pretty mad at that beer.
yeah. The Sam
I was
Adams
not
26.2.
Yeah, that was not a good beer.
I saw that in Giant Eagle tonight. I was like, what is this?
Walk
Leave it
away.
there.
It's barely beer. is
Don't
what it
make
is.
eye contact. Just keep walking.
So I've talked about this with some friends.
Uh-huh.
I have those, which is neat.
You do?
Yes, actually.
It's cool. I have like 2.
Congratulations.
It's
Ones
great.
are 5.
3 of them are sitting at this table right now.
So we kind of came to the conclusion that since this beer is supposed to be consumed after a heavy workout or a marathon or whatever you're supposed to be doing, that I wonder if they made it bland on purpose because they didn't want to come at you too hard too fast after a hard workout.
No. I mean, probably yes, but
That's the theory?
Not good logic.
That's the best I could come up with.
No,
on
you're
that beer.
probably
Yeah.
spot on.
Your logic's right,
'Cause
but
it
it's
is
bad.
water.
It's bad
logic.
execution.
Right. Agreed.
My friend asked me if it was good or bad, and I was like, I don't know. He's like, how do you not know? And I was like, it didn't taste like anything. I don't know if
Right.
it tasted good or bad
Yeah.
because there was nothing
Yeah,
to
it was
taste.
nothing.
You can definitely drink it after a long workout, but like, what's the incentive to drink it?
Right. Right.
Nope.
Why not go for something else like a Sequench ale or something like that?
Yeah, sequence
absolutely.
or even like a fruity rattler or something.
Yeah.
Just it's something to reward yourself. That's not a reward, that marathon. No. Just to be clear, we're still talking about the Sam Adams marathon, not the halfway home. That's fine. We actually moved on from it. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That way home's not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that marathon is
No, don't buy that.
No.
pointless, especially if you're
Wait,
not running
if
marathons.
you hate beer, not that I know why you're listening to the show if you do, but if you hate beer, that might be the good starting point for you.
That's yeah.
No. Nope.
No?
Nope. Because you know why? Because it does have like a little bit of maltiness to it.
Really?
And just because it's not attractive in any way.
It's
so if
definitely
you
not
hate
attractive.
beer and you try to get in the beer with that, you're not really testing beer to see what beer can be.
The packaging of that beer is an early 80s tracksuit,
Yeah.
basically.
That's what caught my eye. 'Cause it's so yellow, and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
sparkly and shiny." And I was like,
It's
"Oh,
an Adidas
what is it?"
3-stripe tracksuit.
It is.
Circa 92.
Which are coming
speaks
back,
to
by
the
the way.
Slav, yeah,
There.
speaks to the Slav trash in me, but thankfully I already know it's bad, so I wouldn't have been tricked into it.
The tracksuit's coming back. The fanny pack is coming back.
Don't call it a
Prepare
comeback.
yourselves.
Tracksuits are back,
Oh,
for
the
sure.
fanny pack is bad.
Oh, it's back.
hard, but we're not calling it that.
No, it's a waist
Waist belt?
belt. Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
No me gusta.
I don't know. I'm on the tracksuit bandwagon.
I'm gonna stick with my cargo shorts. Thank you very much.
Yoga
I will
pants.
always be out of style, and I'm okay with that.
Yoga pants.
It'll come back around.
Yeah.
God help us all.
One day.
Everything comes back around.
We officially have scrunchies, leg warmers, flared jeans, and acid wash.
Back.
Your cargo pockets will have their time.
Yes.
But first, the Jinkos.
Jinkos
Oh.
are back.
I have a friend who actually has 4 pairs and he's very excited about it.
Nice. Or for those on a budget, the Lee pipes.
Yeah.
Lee pipes.
What's that little hammer loop about?
You know, in case you were actually did carpentry.
Right.
Dude, woodwork in those jeans is dangerous.
Oh, look, I definitely had carpenter pants growing up because that's what you make in Wrangler Big. And I didn't work construction, but I did have some working jobs where, you know, I would wear them and I did use the hammer loop
It
once
can
or
be
twice.
convenient.
Yeah, I've used it.
Anyways,
Yes.
Beer.
you know what it's time for.
News and notes.
And neat.
Yeah, now that we're done talking fashion.
News and notes.
And neat.
Yes, that's Hop Fashion USA. We're the third podcast you've listened to. We're quantity over quality.
Pretty much the UHF of podcasting.
That's right. You've gotten a whole bunch of content so far. You've gotten fashion. You've gotten begging. You've gotten Dunkin talk.
And some actual beer talk.
Yeah, beer talk. Back to beer talk. Who wants to go first? Who has the news?
I have a news.
Okay.
Go for it.
Also, it's not your news.
That's Adam's news, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That's all
totally
right.
jacked your news.
That's all right.
Why don't you guys news together?
We could news together.
We could news together.
There's usually only 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll double up.
Team news.
Team news.
Team news.
Going
Okay.
to the news desk with
There's-
Katie and Adam.
I'm only actually on the news once a year. Project Bundle Up. Donate coats. Anyway, Brewers Association adds 4 new styles and over 1,000 edits. 2019 guidelines released today. Adam, would you like to cover the style editions?
I would like to cover the style editions. Thank you very much, Veronica Corningstone. So we have 4 new styles. The first style that has been added to the list is the juicy or hazy strong pale ale.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one is the contemporary Belgian style Gouze Lambic. Gouze?
I think you were right the first time.
Gouze.
Yeah, go with Gouza.
Gouze Lambic. The third style is the, and this is my favorite, is the Franconian style rot beer.
All right.
I don't know.
That sounds like such an old style.
Franconian style. So to me, that's French,
Franciscan.
obvious. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's French. Well, rot beer, I believe, is German.
See, Franconian, I think about
Franciscan.
Franciscan monks.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
can define it for you if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay. Franconian style rot beer. Amber to dark red, clear to slightly hazy for unfiltered version. Chill haze should not be present. Light toasted malt aroma and malt sweetness is typical. What the hell's typical?
You know,
Light caramel
Not too sweet.
or biscuit character may be present.
Biscuit.
Hops are going to be low to medium low
I like it.
with noble type hops. Low to medium low bitterness. This is right up your alley.
It is.
Yeah.
And some fruity esters. Phenolic attributes should not be present.
Sounds like a German Abbey
And
lager.
medium body.
Yeah.
And I can give you gravity and ABV and SRM if you care.
No. No, but that is.
He's not ready to brew it yet.
No.
We'll get to why I have these definitions ready in a second because I had questions.
So the fourth style, which will be added, is the American style India Pale Lager.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of
that's weird,
surprised
'cause-
that didn't exist already.
Yeah, because the IPLs have been actually around for a bit. Mm-hmm. They've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to the point, if Yingling is making one, it's been around.
Yeah, it's definitely been. It
So-
definitely predates like the haze craze.
Yeah.
So all right, whatever.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Maybe they're just catching up.
Yeah.
with the
Do you want to keep going or you want me to do it?
with the razor's edge of craft beer that is Yingling.
Right.
Well, I do have some style consolidations as well. They kind of bag some things back up together.
I'm excited to hear you pronounce the second one. Go ahead.
I know. So the pale and dark American Belgo styles have been consolidated into one guideline. The Keller beer or Zwickel beer, ale and lager styles have been consolidated into one guideline. The Bruslau style pale and dark Sheps. I've never even heard of a dark Sheps style consolidated into one.
Do you want me to
guideline.
define that one?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll let you keep going. We'll come back to dark sheps.
Okay, the American style light and dark wheat beer styles have gone from 4 guidelines to 1.
Oh.
And finally, the wood and barrel aged pale to amber dark and strong have been consolidated into one guideline.
Oh, that's kind of
Don't
bullshit.
say that last part. I want to say that last part.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sheps. I can't find the word dark, but I'm assuming this is it. It says Breslau style Sheps. Color straw to black.
Okay, so anything.
That's a wide range of colors.
So 2 to 40.
Yeah.
Chill haze is acceptable at low temperatures. Hue may be too dark to perceive clarity in some versions. Malt sweetness is medium to medium high with pronounced malt. A high proportion of pale or dark wheat malt, such as much as 80%, is used to brew these beers, as well as Pilsner and other pale toasted. So they're just putting a bunch of crap in there, calling it a beer.
Right.
Okay. Paler versions may have bready aromatic biscuit malts. And let's see, low hops, medium low to medium bitterness. Could have fruity esters.
Sounds like Slav trash.
Traditional German wheat beer yeast is not used in this style of beer. That's not surprising in the least.
Yeah, so it sounds like
It needs a little mini tracksuit.
well, it sounds like Slavic people were just picking up whatever was sitting around,
Right.
what was ever left over.
This will do, and then it turned into a style.
Yeah,
No, that makes complete sense.
we kept it in a pierogi.
I love pierogies.
Little potato pouch.
All right, so the last part I didn't want Adam to say
That's all right.
was the American style ice lager was removed as a category.
For shame.
And I actually had to do a little Googling because I did not know off the top of my head what an ice lager was, like an example of it.
Isn't that just Bud Ice?
It
prob-
is.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna say it's like an ice box, but American style.
yeah, no, it's crap.
Yeah.
So, like Milwaukee's Best, Ice House, Keystone Ice, and finding that those were removed made me happy.
Yeah.
Like, really happy.
We're not gonna judge you on these anymore. Stop making these.
Exactly. Please put your crap away. So, that was my happy dance.
Scoring a 44 on an American ice lager is like, I don't know.
Right. You did something.
Yeah, you got the best at crap.
Yeah, no. Glad to see it go. Bye, Felicia.
Right on.
All right. So that's all we got on that. So thank you for that. Was some good coordination.
Yeah.
You smelly pirate hooker.
Right on.
San Diego.
A whale's vagina. So the news story that I have is we're talking about voodoo. Mm-hmm. We talk about voodoo a lot for some reason.
I think we're on 4 weeks in a row on Voodoo.
might be.
Yeah.
They're
Good
That
chance.
sounds about right.
They're
Good
movers
chance.
and shakers.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep talking about them. We're never gonna visit them or like do an interview with them. We just
Get one
talk
of their
about them.
packing crates to come to us.
Unless they want to.
Right, unless they want to.
Hint, hint.
The thing is, we have another location to choose from where we would interview them
Okay.
because they're opening a brand new location in New Kensington,
Ooh.
which brings their
That was happy news.
Oh,
yeah
you can.
yeah a new Nukin new
Get up
Nukin.
28 these
Nukin.
days.
Nukin. Yeah, they're up to now 9 locations with this.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, so they have Erie, Meadville, Homestead,
Grove City.
Grove City, State College,
Ah.
and then the 2 shipping containers in Lancaster and DC.
In my head, Grove City and Meadville are the same thing.
They're
No,
not.
I mean I
It's just this abstract north of
Yeah.
Pittsburgh area I don't go to.
Meadville,
North of 80.
North
Yeah.
of 80. Grove City's not north of 80.
It's like right next.
it's on 80.
It's still south of 80. It's not north of 80. It's close enough, though, that you get all that 80 snow.
It's true.
Actually, no, I think Grove City's north of 80.
It
because-
totally isn't.
It totally. I went to Grove City.
Oh no, it isn't.
It's the last exit before you get to 80.
Yeah, because I just thought like Slippery Rock was south of 80 and
It is.
Grove City is north.
It is.
That's the way I split it. But yeah,
Gotcha.
no,
No.
you guys are right. Never mind, my bad. But yes, New Ken's space it's in the old Ritz Theater that's right in downtown. So it's like a downtown brew pub,
Stealing Abjuration's thunder.
pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But I think they're taking the entire theater.
Nice.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, it's a 5,000 square foot space,
Ooh.
and it's supposed to open sometime in the fall.
Okay.
Are they going to be brewing on site?
I think it's supposed to be a brew pub.
Brew pub. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to brew on site, but
I'm glad that there is more growth.
I mean for Voodoo at least.
I got no beef with Voodoo growing.
Yeah.
No.
I got no beef with that at all.
Yeah. So I got one just kind of add-on note, neat to like. We'll come back to it maybe next week and focus on it more. But Abjuration, you just brought them up.
Yes.
They launched a campaign.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking last week about Modern Times and their We Funder campaign that was like
Yeah.
we're in debt, help. Abjuration launched a campaign that's somewhat similar, but it doesn't read as we're in debt, help. It just is. They're just looking for funding for expansion.
Yeah, that's how I read it,
Yeah.
was that we just want to get a little bit bigger.
Right.
They have big ideas and they want to be able to use them.
Right.
Yeah, they're and it's whereas Modern Times was seeking like $1 million plus, this honeycomb investment opportunity is what it is only for 50,000 is where they're topping out at.
Okay.
So like, and they lay out where all the money's going to go to and everything too. Unlike modern times where they're just like, expansion shrug?
Pay off our debt, shrug.
Right. But Abjuration was nice enough to lay out like, hey, if we get 20,000, we can pay off all the equipment we currently have. You know, another 5,000, we can buy this many barrel system.
Oh, an actual feasible business plan.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy.
Who'd have thought?
And it doesn't read that they're in debt and struggling, because like modern times, they were posting how they haven't made profit in 2 years. But you can read Abjuration's business plan, and you know they were profitable through 2018, and you can read what they have up through March for 2019. So yeah,
Completely different set of circumstances.
yeah, it's completely different set. If you're looking for something to put your money into, if you had the choice. You know, you don't, because modern times already closed. But if I, Jim Cramer,
Yeah.
buy Abjuration, don't buy modern times.
Abjuration should be profitable because I spend a fair amount of money there.
Right on.
Yeah.
As you should. As you should.
Really do.
Worth it.
Is there a donation minimum that they are accepting in this honeycomb?
That's the one thing I couldn't find. It might be $100. Yeah. But I couldn't find, because I was looking to just maybe throw 20. And then, the return, again, we were talking about how modern times couldn't tell you what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
So the apparent return on this is 11%.
Hot damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
right.
So if you invest $100 and you get a return on it, you get like $138 back. So yeah.
That's
All right.
okay.
Yeah. And but it needs a minimum funding of $20,000, and then it tops out at $50,000.
What if I just did the whole thing?
You can do the whole
I
thing.
get
don't care.
all the money back.
Yeah.
For me.
You do that.
And then I go buy Jeeps.
It's all there. It's available. There's only been $200 put into it so far. So.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Oh no.
Live update.
3,200.
It was 200 when I looked this afternoon.
That's awesome for
That's
them, though.
They must have landed a couple of whales.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Something
now
I'd
it's
consider.
3,000.
Nice.
It was 200 a couple hours ago. Adam, it's going quick. Hurry up. You're gonna lose out on your Jeep money.
I gotta go talk to my guy.
Talk to a guy about a thing. But yeah, that's news, notes, and neat in fashion in Dunkin for the week.
And Gillian Jacobs.
Yes, and Gillian Jacobs update
And Joe Manganiello.
and Joe Manganiello.
And D&D.
Definitely Joe Manganiello.
So back to what we're supposed to be talking about here. The Country Boy Brewing, the Halfway Home. What did everybody think?
I like it. I don't like the name because I don't know. Maybe just our general closeness to metropolitan areas. A halfway home is not what I think.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even go there.
I watch a lot of The Wire and other related programs that would have halfway homes in them. I was just watching Bosch, and there was a halfway home program in that. And, yeah,
They must call them something different in Kentucky then.
I don't know, or they just don't have them.
Who knows?
No, but yeah, it's yeah. I know it's supposed to be your
Yeah.
halfway home for the day, but nope.
It's a halfway home.
Yeah,
That's kind of how I took it, like as a roadie.
yeah. I think it's supposed to be like
Yeah.
for day drinking on the farm. You're halfway through the day. Have one of these because it's not too much ABV.
Yeah, I would drink this if I had a farm.
I'm gonna drink more of this without a farm.
Yeah, me too. This is good. It's nice and smooth.
I hope to never own a farm.
Yeah.
Me either. I'm not
Maybe
about
like
it.
want like a small like raised bed garden. So
Nope.
I can like grow a couple things in my yard.
Nope, deer like things. I hate deer.
Well, if you raise it up a whole lot, you don't have to worry about it.
Or you get tall, monstrous deer.
That would be kind of cool. That's
Hell
where
yeah.
you make your money.
No.
Oh yeah, I'll fight some
Or
monster deer.
mooses. Mooses is tall.
Hell yeah, let's get some moose in here.
Much moosing.
Yeah, yeah. More moose population.
Yeah.
I hear moose venison's really good, and we can't get in it.
Is it venison if it's moose?
I think it's still
I
venison.
think it's moosing in.
You hunt moose in Alaska.
Yeah, because you can get because
I have a brother-in-law I might call.
Yeah, you can get
Who I
you can get
otherwise
moose in
try hard not to
Alaska and
talk to.
Canada, but they can't sell it across the border to us.
Right.
Oh.
So we need more moose in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you hunt moose in Maine? Because they have moose in Maine.
maybe.
Mooses.
Mooses?
I like
Mooses?
mooses.
Mooses.
Moose eye?
Mooses.
Mooses.
All right, well that's the end of segment one. Mooses.
Deuces.
Join us May 11th for the 3rd annual North Hills Home Brew Fest at the Pittsburgh Shrine Center Picnic Pavilion.
Home brewers from around the area will be featuring their best beers for you to taste while competing for the grand prize of having their beer brewed and served at Penn Brewery.
The event will feature raffles, auctions, painting with a twist,
Food from Vagabond Tacos and Oakmont Barbecue,
a live home brewing demo by Kegel Brewing.
and a live podcast by us, Hop Nation USA.
Tickets are $35 for VIP, $25 for general admission, and only $5 for designated drivers.
Proceeds go to benefit the Shriners. Purchase tickets, or if you're a home brewer, get your entry form at SeriousShriners.org. Just click on the events tab, and we'll see you on the 11th.
Welcome back to episode 105 of Hop Nation USA. We're finished with Dunkin talk and Gillian Jacobs begging and Joe Manganiello wooing. Woo! And yeah, we're sticking with our theme for this segment.
Yes.
We're gonna do Kentucky. We're focusing on Kentucky this week. Focusing. I want to put that out. Focusing.
We're not related to Kentucky. We're not allowed to do it.
So, Adam,
Yes.
second beer.
Second beer we are drinking is from the good folks of West 6th Brewing. We are drinking the Pay It Forward Cocoa Porter, brewed with cocoa nibs. 6.5% ABV, IBUs. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Right.
Because it's a porter.
Right.
They're out of the beautiful city of Lexington, Kentucky.
Lexington.
I believe that was the home of the Kentucky Colonels and the old ABA.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Let's drink it.
I'm sure you got it. What was the Pittsburgh ABA team? Penguins?
That was the Condors.
There's the Condors? Okay.
Obviously.
I know to go to Adam for old sports references.
I
Right. Any old reference. I feel like Adam may be the first stop sometimes.
I really wish I could find a good old-fashioned Condors t-shirt because they had multiple logos, but there was only one like cartoon condor that was a fantastic logo, and I haven't been able to find a t-shirt with that yet.
Well, maybe we can make one and put it on our store at tpublic.com.
There we go.
Yeah, who's gonna sue you for that?
Yeah, exactly.
We're all
Nobody.
dead.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Will Ferrell, because he made the ABA movie.
I am sure there's one of those floating around in some Goodwill or Red, White, and Blue store.
Probably.
There has to be.
Just need
Probably.
to find it.
So since we're on the topic of the ABA, did you know that the ABA team, the Spirits of St. Louis, is still getting paid by the NBA today?
What?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because as part of the dissolve of the ABA, they took a couple of teams like the Pacers, the Nets. I think the Spurs was another one. But instead of being essentially bought out, the owners said, we want TV money
Smart.
instead. But the key was they said they want it in perpetuity.
Yeah. So they did the old George Lucas.
Yeah.
I want toy deal.
Yeah, exactly. I want that other money.
Right.
And that was before the TV deals were billions of dollars.
Before TNT was the thing.
Right. Right. With Chuck and Shaq.
Yeah.
Smart cookies.
Yeah.
Right
So
on.
they are getting paid in perpetuity for doing literally nothing.
Yeah, that's
for
nice.
them.
Yeah.
That's a smart play. That's the American dream.
Yeah,
Get paid to do nothing.
I think that's the Bobby Bonilla way of doing things as well.
Yeah. Also the Antonio Brown.
Get well.
Ooh.
That's
Shots fired.
You gotta make it relevant to Pittsburgh for a second.
it's true.
So, looking at this porter, it looks like a porter. So we'll move on from that.
Yes.
Plum
Smells like-
colored.
Smells like a porter.
Smells like a porter. It's got a nice chocolate nose to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to say it smells like a porter dismissively is not true. It smells nice.
Yeah, it smells nice.
good.
Yeah, it smells like a nice porter. It doesn't smell like trash.
Right.
And it tastes like a fine porter.
I can dig it.
That's a good time.
It did everything that it should.
It didn't lie to us.
Right.
Nope.
So the other thing that it does is this is actually a beer that helps support local charities. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to explain that, Steve?
Oh, okay. Or I can do it.
Go ahead.
Lopped it up.
I was gonna get a little more into it when
All right,
we
well,
got into the segment, but I reached out to our friend Michael D. Moeller, and you might remember him from a previous episode. I believe it was episode 98 when we were talking about Florida, actually. But Michael D. Moeller is
Yeah, Florida beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Florida
yeah.
beer.
That was
We're
98,
talking
I believe.
Yeah. But we were also talking about the story about Stephen Foster, the con man brewer.
Yes.
Dick.
It's been everywhere.
And it was everywhere. It was a pretty big story. It was a great story to recap on here just because that dude was such a dickhead. But the entire expose was written by Michael D. Moeller, and he is he's a craft beer writer. He's a podcaster. He's out of Kentucky. So you can listen to his podcast, Building Breweries. So,
Right on.
Yeah, but I reached out to him because he's a Kentucky native, and we got some Kentucky beers, and I just wanted to get a little more insight about what's going on in the world of Kentucky brewing.
Makes sense.
So he's the right person to ask, and he told me about how this cocoa porter, the Pay It Forward, it does benefit local nonprofits. So the gimmick behind it is
Gimmick is not a right word.
no, gimmick is the right word.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, gimmick's the right word because this is the gimmick behind the beer. If you buy a 6-pack of this beer in Kentucky, it will donate 50 cents to a local nonprofit within a certain area.
That's awesome.
So like it's the you can look at the map of Kentucky. If you go on the West 6 website and the beer page for this beer, it'll lay out the map of the different counties and what charity gets donated to.
Right on.
Yeah. So a couple of them are like the ACLU for one of them. There's another one called Renewport. So I believe that's like a renovation and revitalization for the Newport area of Kentucky. And there's another one for I believe it's court advocates.
Okay.
So to help pay for court advocates for people who can't afford.
Right on.
So yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the gimmick behind that. I like.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, drink for charity.
Yeah.
I'm always okay with drinking for charity.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So you want to get into the history of Kentucky brewing?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Kelsey's in. 2 weeks ago when we were doing Washington, D.C., we talked about like their biggest pre-prohibition brewery. So I figure we do the same thing this week
Okay.
because it actually ties into Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
just a little bit, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Adam's already ahead of me. He knows what it is. Good. So, the biggest brewery in Kentucky pre-prohibition was the George Weidman Brewery.
Obviously.
Yes. George Weidman, he was born in Germany, and he came over to America, and he actually started brewing at Over the Rhine Brewing in Cincinnati. And that was a huge brewery in Ohio, and it's actually the current home for Rheingeist. Yes.
Okay.
See how that ties
I feel like
together.
the Rhine
does.
isn't in Ohio.
No.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere though.
It might have been that time you went to Germany, maybe.
Might have.
Deutschland.
Maybe possibly.
The Rhine's baller though. There's a castle every 5 feet on the side of the Rhine.
Well, that's not how it is in Ohio. It's more of a...
But wouldn't Ohio be cooler if it was?
Yes, Ohio would be cooler if it had castles instead of Panda Expresses and strip malls.
Panda Expresses in strip malls.
Yeah, that too. They have all of that.
We have that now too.
It's true.
Yeah.
But in 1870, George Weidman did leave Over the Rhine Brewing, and he moved into Kentucky, in Newport, Kentucky, and he opened the George Weidman Brewery.
Makes sense.
Yes. And it stayed open all the way to 1983, at which point it was sold off to Adam.
It was sold off to the holders of Iron City, was it not?
Yes. It was sold off to the Pittsburgh Brewing Company. And George Weidman beers were brewed by the Pittsburgh Brewing Company all the way up to 2007.
Did they ruin them?
I don't know that there was much to ruin. I mean, it was just like four styles. It was four bohemian, styles. They're just brewing more fucking lagers. It's not...
That's what we need.
I mean, as Iron City goes, it's fine as, just shitty piss lager.
Oh, there's nothing fine about Iron City.
The only one that... Iron City's fine for, if you were born in the 70s.
Right. Actually,
What's your favorite term? Drain pour?
The only drain pour Iron City makes is the red hot iron. That's the only drain pour. That's garbage trash.
Yes.
So 2007, the Pittsburgh Brewing Company dropped the brand. They just dropped it. 2012, though, a concern of people with money came together and they reopened the brand in Kentucky.
Yes.
Yeah, they brought it all back.
Good for them.
And they actually, I think they can about 4 beers. They're like ambers and lagers and things like that. But I was looking at their tap list, and they actually have a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah. But Adam will like this. I think I only saw one IPA
Nice.
on a draft list of maybe 18.
That is
that's
the
pretty
proper
good.
ratio.
Yeah. I did see a Heffy. I saw an Oktoberfest. I saw a Weizen.
So
I saw-
it's straight German.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very German there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Kentucky, I've learned over my little bit of research, Kentucky's pretty heavily German.
And I think some of that influence comes from Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Ohio is heavily German.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like people got kicked out of Ohio and they went to Kentucky.
Nobody gets kicked out of Ohio. They leave willingly.
Well, they left willingly for warmer weather.
And the grass is better.
Yeah. Kentucky bluegrass.
Want to hear my favorite anti-Ohio joke?
Sure.
Okay, Jeffrey Dahmer's house was for sale, but nobody wanted to buy it. It was in Ohio.
Snip, snap.
Got you, Ohio. Fucking burn. Sit with it.
No, that was the Cuyahoga in
But also,
68.
don't stop listening to the show.
It's fine. We'll get him back when we do a platform episode or a Rheingeist episode.
Oh, sign me up for that platform episode.
Yeah.
We'll go to Garfield.
Yeah, we'll wait till the actual tap room opens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there for that.
We'll get
Yeah.
some Prantles.
Brantles.
We'll get
I haven't had a bad platform yet.
some sour donut.
I didn't. The Choco Donut was overwhelmingly sweet for me, but besides that, not a bad one. I'm not even saying it was bad. It was just too sweet for me.
The s'mores bourbon barrel. That's probably been my favorite
Oh, I haven't
in
had
the past
that.
in the past like 6 months from them.
I don't know
Check
if
it
I've
out.
had a beer from Platform yet.
What the fuck?
I know.
Well, you have a homework assignment.
I know.
Do
Yeah.
you just want to come home with me? There's
Yes,
a bunch
I
in the
do.
beer
Yeah, I do actually.
We'll start you off with Becky because she's basic.
Is Becky my basic bitch? All right.
Man, it's like a blueberry and I think apple ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all right, I'll be basic. I'll go drink.
I don't believe you were invited, Adam.
I'll go get my own. I don't
I
care.
don't believe I have more than one left.
I'll go find my own.
You find it. It's not hard.
Giant Eagle, you'll be all right.
Nice.
All right, I just need to.
Yep.
Yep, homework.
there.
I'll
You'll
get
get
there.
We mentioned how Kentucky has warmer weather.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know that this actually led to a new beer style?
What?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, pre-prohibition. The Kentucky common beer, as it were.
Is that like a table beer?
No.
House beer?
No.
Sounds like a table beer.
No, it's just like it's a regular beer. What it was popular pre-prohibition, but also more importantly, popular pre-refrigeration.
Oh.
Because, as we know, most of the breweries that were in Ohio and PA and New York and such, they all made the lagers. And the lagers require refrigeration over the summer, with the saved up ice from the winter. You couldn't do that in Kentucky. You can't really save ice. So they came up with the common beer.
Makes sense.
Common beer was basically just lagers used with ale yeast.
Huh.
Yeah,
So it essentially like a cream ale.
right. Yeah, it's very similar to a cream ale. I think the difference is there's 25 to 30% corn
Okay.
used in the malt.
Yeah, use what you got.
Right. And it was also served like within 6 to 7 days of it being fermented.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah. So like from mash to keg and then from keg to, tap.
Your face.
Right. Just real quick turnaround. They didn't keep it around for long. The analog to that is the California steam beer.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're very similar in the reasons why they were produced, because you couldn't refrigerate, you couldn't lager. So they used ale yeast on, lager recipes.
See, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. The difference between like common beer and cream ales is cream ales you would try to use an ale yeast and a lager yeast, whereas common beers were just ale yeast. Get it out, get it done.
Right.
Yeah. Get
Move on
people
to the next
drinking.
thing. Yeah.
Get people drinking.
No complaint here.
Yes. So more from our friend Michael. He gave me some hot tips on breweries and places you should visit while you're down there.
Example.
Well, one, he was talking about, we can all identify with this and enjoy this. There is a place called the Holy Grale.
Okay.
All right, so the Holy Grale is an old church. Yeah. If you've been to Pittsburgh, you know that we take our churches and make them into breweries. That's what we do. This actually isn't a brewery, though. It's a tap room.
Okay.
So the church was built in 1905, and then it was converted into a tap room and restaurant. They have 27 taps. They have zombie dust on tap. I checked. It's located right in Louisville. And what Michael was saying, what's so popular and important about it was open before there were a lot of breweries in Kentucky. So it was kind of that safe haven for bringing in really good beer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That was the portal, so to speak.
Right, yeah. It was a portal for Louisville to get really good beer, ahead of the breweries that
Yeah.
would eventually open.
So it was a sanctuary for beer.
A sanctuary. Yes.
Nice one.
Yeah, and also I checked out their menu, and it's very similar to like a Penn brewery menu.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, you're in an old church and being served,
Very
Brats on
German
brats on
food.
brats.
yeah, brats and rogues and
Yes, please.
Yep.
yes.
Some kraut.
Yeah.
All the crowd.
Nope, that's all you.
Put it on my Reuben.
Put it in your Reuben.
I hate every component of a Reuben.
That's okay.
Wait. I
Can't
like
say that
cheese.
shit. Can't say that shit on the show.
I like
You're gonna get in
cheese.
trouble.
The Cheese Council will find us.
Yeah, just don't talk bad about Reubens. Not in front of me. Some people don't like blasphemers. I don't like people talking bad about Reubens. I already mentioned I'm sloth trash. You can't do that kind of stuff. Michael did tell me that the best beer that you could get in Kentucky was from a brewery called Mile Wide.
Okay.
He said their beer is very, very consistent.
I tried to get Chris to go there. He didn't have time.
So it's his fault.
It is his fault.
His bad. He did say that you can find him bartending, though, at the Akasha Brewery. And he said if you're looking for gozas,
Which
that's where you goza.
Okay.
But ding.
And he also gave a mention to Munich, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe Monic? It's monkish. It's Monnik.
Monic.
Monic.
I want to say Monic, but I
Monic.
also want to say Munich because it's like monk.
Yeah.
There's a monk theme to it.
That's in Louisville.
They have a really wild menu, and I checked it out, and it's all over the fucking place.
It looks
Nice.
good though, right?
Yeah.
I looked at it.
Yeah. They have like all kind. They have like tacos, but then they also have the German brats and stuff.
Right on.
It's all
Tried
over
to
the place.
Get Chris to go there too. Jerk.
You tried.
You tried.
There's a lot of places. A lot of places. You can only have so
To
much
be fair,
time.
he did work 12-hour days for 8 days straight, so
Yeah.
we got beer.
Yeah, we
Yay.
got beer from
We got
Kentucky.
beer. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also saying to check it out because they brewed a beer with the Jopen Netherlands brewery,
Oh.
and it's called Blame It on the Monks, and it was a Brute IPA. So that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're ahead of the game maybe with the Brute IPA. I would say it's a lot better than the combination of Terrapin and Miller High Life and their Brute IPA.
Oh God.
Didn't we have the Sierra Nevada brewed IPA?
We had
Yeah, we did because I was
we
on
had a Sierra Nevada, and then what was the other one? New Belgian.
the New Belgium
Yes.
brew.
I
Yeah.
have never had a brute IPA.
They are dicey.
I'm
Yeah.
Very, very,
Very
dry.
Very dry.
I in general don't like champagne. Mm-hmm. So I think it's off-putting for me.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's a style that hasn't been completely nailed down yet. So like Kelsey was saying, like we had the Sierra Nevada one. I like the Sierra Nevada one.
It was better than the New Belgium one.
The New
we
Belgian
had.
one made no sense. It was just malty garbage.
Just not great.
Not
Yeah,
great.
not great, not great
It's
at
like
all.
let's put all this together and call it a brewed IPA. It's like
Yeah.
no, it's too much.
No. Yeah, I'd be more willing to try the one from Munich and Jopen than I would be the new one that Terrapin and Miller High Life are pushing.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of the inside track that Michael gave me, and
Right on.
seems like kind of a cool thing to do. I definitely want to check out that Holy Grail, just looking at their tap list.
Yeah.
Because also on top of that, they have bottles of like every pretty much Belgium you can think of. So
Nice.
yeah, they had all the Chimay and all the Trappis's.
Oh, I could make myself at home.
Right.
there.
Yeah.
All of them?
It looked like all of them.
Oh.
You want red? They got red. You
They
want
had the
white?
red.
They got white.
If
had
I
the
can
white.
find Abbey Valdieu in this country, I am leaving. I'm getting in my car right now. Bye.
Bye.
It might be there. You gotta go check it out. You check out their website, Holy Grail. It's Grale. Ale.
Grail.
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 Nice.
I see what you did there.
So, if anybody else has any suggestions for anywhere else we should go in Kentucky, definitely let us know. Hit us up on the Twitter. Email us, hopnationusa@gmail.com. We would like to know. Thank you.
Oh, Kentucky. I had such a good time when I was in Kentucky last.
Is there any places that you hit up? I know like when Adam and we went down for the Derby, but like we had a very basic white person and wound up at a piano bar drinking out of a bucket. So
Oh, that happened to me once
Yeah.
in Savannah.
Unfortunately, no, because this was pre when you guys went to the Derby.
Oh,
and
okay.
We actually were staying in Lexington, so we weren't even staying in Louisville.
Oh, okay.
I just remember my time in Louisville was driving down Derby morning, paying someone $20 to park on their front lawn, going to the Derby, drinking a lot of mint juleps and bourbon.
Yeah.
And then waiting like 2 hours to get out of Louisville once the race ended. So we ended up in, I don't know if it was not a great area or we just had no idea where we were, but it was like, let's just get back to Lexington. And we were even outside of Lexington. So if anything, I drank more bourbon when I was down there.
Which is apropos.
Which
Right.
is, yeah. I mean, it is Kentucky.
Yeah.
Bourbon
Of
is...
the places you're going to drink, you know.
Yeah, might as well do it there.
They have bourbon in Kentucky.
I know, it's shocking, right?
You
I
gotta
know.
dig a little
Mind
bit
blown.
to find it.
You gotta know the password and the
You got
secret
to know a guy to know a guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go in the phone booth, you dial 00.
And then you go down and yeah.
Nope, I saw
The door
Kiefer
opens.
Sutherland in a phone booth once. I'm never going to a phone booth again. Nope.
Yeah, so unfortunately we didn't get to try any of the breweries, but now that I hear that there are so many, like that Holy Grale sounds great.
Road
Akasha
trip.
sounds... Yeah, I mean, it's not that far.
Not
No, you can do it in a day.
Yeah.
Chris went down there in 5 hours, so
Yeah.
we'll make him drive.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly not that
Yes.
far when you get
Yes, because I think I made it in just under 6.
And see, here's what you can do, Kelsey, because it's kind of on the way. You can stop at Columbus and go to Platform,
Yep.
get a bunch of Platform beers, then go to Cincy, stop at Rheingeist, get a bunch of,
I'm also going to stop at Brewdog then in
Oh,
Columbus.
yeah. Duh.
As an Equity Punk member, I can...
That's true.
There you go.
Membership has its privileges.
Yep.
And a free book.
And a free book, yep.
Look at all these Midwest towns setting up a nice road trip. God damn it! When we went to Bonnaroo, there was nothing.
I know.
We went to Bonnaroo up till 2013, I think, and that's about just when a lot of places started to open up.
Right.
Fuck. I feel cheated.
We could do a nice little road trip weekend.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm in.
So far, our craft beer experience in Kentucky was when Adam and I went to the Derby. We parked in somebody's yard, as
Yep.
you were saying,
Why is that a thing?
just because
It's
they
easy
sell
money.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he had like hot dog. Like he was grilling when we walked out, and like they had water, and it was
Yeah.
only like 4 or 5 people parked on their lawn, but it was like a big tailgate block party.
People are prepped for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good time.
It's a great time. And
Yeah.
we were only like a couple blocks from Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
We were in a similar... We
Yeah.
may have parked at the same house.
Well, see, the house we parked at, we parked specifically because they had a penguin sign in the
Yes.
yard.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You might have.
That's why we picked it, because it was either Penguins or Steelers, but it was like very Pittsburgh specific.
Mm-hmm.
And we pull in and they're like, oh, where are you guys from? We're like, we're from Pittsburgh. They're like, come park on our lawn. And we're like, all right.
This
You
sounds-
might have parked at the same house that we did because we were there, and like I was getting to, our craft beer experience was we parked at this house, and then they were having a garage party, and they had jugs of East End Fat Gary.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's like, oh, okay, well,
Okay.
We're home.
yeah. It's like, oh, these people are cool, fine.
Right. That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, so our experience is drinking our craft beer in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It sounds like a really crazy coincidence, but there's actually only 2 houses there you can park on their lawns.
There's just bullshit.
And they just cater to people.
Yeah.
It's like, let's put up all these random city. Oh, Pittsburgh? Okay, yeah, people will probably come from here.
So what did everybody think of the West 6th Pay It Forward Cocoa Porter?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's
It's a cocoa porter.
yeah. I wouldn't say there's much to write home about.
As I say, I was underwhelmed.
Yeah,
I was whelmed.
Adam was whelmed.
I
was
think you
fully
can in
whelmed.
Europe.
Yeah, but I mean, it has a nice additive of being a charity thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to buy, like there's a lot of porters that taste exactly like this, you might as well just get this one because
Right.
it does community service.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it helps people.
That's how it stands out.
Yeah, like I said, that's this beer's gimmick. It's very and again, I think we sound a little bit snobbish when we're saying we're not overwhelmed by this one, or we're not
We do have that vibe to us.
sparkling.
Right now.
Yeah, we're not sparkling about this. But the thing is I'm pretty sure this beer is brewed in a style that it's appealing to everybody.
Correct.
It's not.
A wide breadth.
Yeah, it's not super sweet. It's not overly chocolatey or anything. They're hitting the best way you can with charity, and that's be wide appeal.
Right. And with that, they are absolutely nailing it.
And they did it.
Yeah, when Chris got that, there was only 4 different types of beers from West 6th where he picked that up at. So they might not have a ton of staples. You know what I mean? Or this
Yeah.
might be a staple, so they might not have a huge variety and want to just make it an all-encompassing kind of...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, it's decent beer. Buy it for charity instead of something else.
Yeah.
Would drink again.
Yes. So bye for now.
Bye for now. We'll be back. Segment 3.
I'm Megan,
I'm RJ.
and we host Oh No Lit Class, a comedy literature podcast that tells you all the strange and sexy facts you never knew about the books you had to read in school.
Every episode is a fun, foul-mouthed spark notes for your ears, filled with author bios, plot summaries, bad impressions, and Megan singing.
It's mostly you that sings.
No, I sing well, she sings poorly.
That's not true. So come listen to us ruin classic literature one book at a time at ohnolitclass.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh no, Lit Class. We're for kids.
No, we're not.
Welcome back to episode 105 of the Hop Nation USA podcast. This week is Kentucky beers. As you've heard from the last segment, as long as you didn't skip through, we talked a whole bunch about Kentucky history and the breweries that they love. I'm
And
assuming...
also lawn parking.
And lawn
And-
parking.
Yes.
And a little bit about the Derby. Right now, though, I'm going to turn it over to the fusion dance of Katie and Kelsey, Kasey, to introduce the third beer.
All right. Our third beer is from Great Flood Brewing Company. It's their toasted brown ale.
That is coming in at 5.2 with 28 IBUs.
I'm going to pull a Sam from last week and just read straight off the can. So
Right.
prepare yourselves. Balancing brown malts and oats with a subtle chocolate flavor, our toasted brown ale is for coming together, for friendship, for all of life's ups and downs. Unique, complex, and approachable, it's a toast to happiness in good times, camaraderie in bad, and above all, sharing a beer with those who matter most. And then there's a cute little picture of toast at the very bottom of the
Oh,
can.
I do like toast.
So I must say,
Free toast.
you said you pulled a Sam, but you did it a hell of a lot better.
Was there less, yelling or just loudness?
It was
or...
much more eloquent.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Kelsey's an eloquent. Fuck, I can't. I'm not.
Kelsey is an eloquent apple.
Ah,
That's what you just said.
Eloquent reader is what I meant to say, but I'm not eloquent.
said
any.
apple.
I know, but I'm not eloquent. Eloquent is never
Am I
a word that's
Honey
been
Crisp?
used to describe me.
Fuji.
or Fuji?
I'm all about
Fuji
that
Avenue.
Fuji
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So double thumbs up.
Awesome.
Neat.
Can we drink this now?
Katie, do you have anything to add
Oh,
to the
yes.
description?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do. If you go to Untapped, the last little addendum, the mild spicy bitterness provided by First Gold hops put the finishing touch on this balanced and refreshing brown ale with an endless depth of flavor.
That's a 10 out of 10 right there, lady.
Which means if this is bland, I'm going to be angry.
And quickly, Sam falls to the bronze medal position.
Well, I'm sure he's better than Bubba at reading.
Ooh.
We could have a read off.
Hell yeah, read off. That's super exciting for the audience. Tune in next week when we have people read cans. Who's the best? You decide.
No, that's a totally different thing.
Can we make people read Omnipolo cans? Because you can't ever find them. None of them make sense.
None of them. I don't understand.
Squiggly line, melty
What?
brain, dollar sign.
One is called Lola, and I was staring at the can for 20 minutes before I figured out the fucking name of it. I had to Google pictures.
This week, describing foreign objects cans. Can you tell what's in this Stillwater
those
can?
ones are bad.
Yeah, Stillwater
Foreign
and
objects is
Yeah.
terrible.
It's all nebulous nonsense.
I mean, they're pretty.
Right.
If you're like on mushrooms, I'm sure it's great to stare at.
We're going to have a little ASMR moment.
Can I just say that Super Bowl commercial for Michelob Ultra, I appreciate what they were trying to do. I can't watch it a second time.
I don't know
it
what
get
Don't know
going?
what you're talking about.
They had an ASMR Super Bowl commercial.
What's
Oh.
a Super Bowl?
And, like, what was it? Like,
There was a lady sitting in the mountains.
It was Zoe Kravitz sitting at a table in the mountains.
Is she related to Lenny?
Yes.
yes?
Oh, okay.
That chick that's married to Jason Momoa is her mom. Lenny Kravitz is her
Yeah.
dad.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Small world.
Yeah, we're old enough now that Lenny
Jason
Kravitz has
Momoa.
kids.
I wouldn't be surprised he has grandkids.
No,
No, he was popular in like 1991.
I guess. But
That's almost 30 years.
you ever see his dick come out?
No, why would I do that?
What? So we tuned out for a second and came back at Dick. What?
What?
Yeah. Lenny Kravitz's dick came out once.
Well,
No.
he's got kids, so I assume more than one.
Well, it was on stage.
Oh, all right.
His leather pants ripped and his dick fell out. It's hilarious.
The only dick I've ever seen on a stage was Billy Joe of Green Day. 'Cause he literally whipped it out and screamed, "Somebody suck me!" And I wondered how the woman beside me was going to explain that to the 4-year-old child with her. Like literally eavesdropped, waiting to see what was gonna happen.
No.
All right, then.
No, not him. No.
Back to the beer.
Yeah, back
Beer.
to this toasted brown ale.
It smells nice.
Smells toasty.
Smells very toasty.
Looks like a brown.
It looks like a brown. Although, admittedly, it's a bit dark.
It's dark.
Borderlines on like a light porter.
Yeah, it's
some
lighter than a
amber.
porter, but darker than an amber.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
There you go.
You got it.
Good job.
I would say it's lighter than Festivus.
Yes.
Festivus is pretty damn dark, and it's lighter than this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Smells nice and malty.
Yep.
Smells roasty toasty.
I'm getting a lot of malt. I don't get much toast. I get a lot of malt.
I'm getting a 50-50.
I'm getting a lot of toast.
Should have shook the can up before we poured it so that it was all even.
Don't shake, roll.
Yeah.
Don't shake, roll.
That ruins the fun surprise.
Yeah. Just pass it around. And
No snakes in cans. Roll. No shake.
I'm about this life.
yeah.
Yep.
I would be about it more if we were more fall time, but yeah.
Does anybody get a weird taste of rubber?
Let
Hold
me
on.
let me
Let me
try
try
again.
No, but that did prompt everybody to take another. Okay, yeah. It's on the very back end.
There is something on the back end, but
Yeah.
admittedly, I've never tried rubber.
Yeah, I've never tried rubber, so I'm not sure what I'm looking for in a taste profile.
It does taste a little bit like if you're smelling a burnout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, explains that's why.
Which
your
would
head
make
went
sense
there.
on a toasted
Right.
ale. I don't know. For some reason, in my peanut brain, that kind of...
Well, no, it's not your peanut brain. It's your experience brain. You have experience with racing.
True.
And burnouts.
Yeah,
True.
That's
Yeah.
why your brain went there.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's the connection.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Tastes like burning.
get a little bit of that.
This tastes like burning.
There's a little bit. There's a little bit of like artificial like burnt on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have
So-
an orange crayon. I ate mine.
We'll have to damn it. So while we drink on this, it is time for happy fun times.
I'm in danger.
Katie almost sent her water out everywhere.
We are temporarily down to 3.
Rejoining the show is Katie. She's had a bit of a laughing, coughing fit.
I asphyxiated momentarily while simultaneously trying to squirt water out my nose and swallow it and spit it out. It was bad.
I blame society.
I blame Aquaman.
Okay.
I blame Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it is time for us to address something that we talked about a little bit earlier, the Kentucky Derby.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to do.
Drink mint juleps.
Here's what,
Wear big hats.
here's what else we're going to do.
Make
Stand in
that-
a field and yell at animals.
Yes.
Park on lawns.
So what we are going to do is
Wear big hats.
Here's what else we're going to do is we are going to predict the winner of the Kentucky Derby.
While wearing big hats.
Yes.
And bow ties. And a lot of seersucker.
Drink more.
Some polka dots.
Wait,
Drink
polka
more.
dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink. Okay.
Drink more.
Drink more.
Drink more.
In an infield.
Drink
Okay.
more polka dots.
Yes.
Maybe eat a turkey leg.
Wait, there's
There's no-
turkey legs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
going.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
Get an
I've
infield
never
ticket.
in my
It's-
life had a motivation to go to Kentucky, but now after the list of breweries and the Belgian beer place and turkey legs, I'm in.
Get an infield ticket. It is just a straight up lawn party.
Yeah. It's a
Like
good time.
Do
tailgate.
I have to wear a big hat?
No.
Drunk
to.
me has a history of losing hats.
You could buy cheap big hat if
You
you
could
want.
buy-
true.
Or you could get a fascinator.
Can I wear a Viking helmet?
Absolutely.
Because I have one of those and I've yet to lose it drunk.
Yes.
Starting
Absolutely.
at Oktoberfest in LA and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
some weddings in Rehoboth. That thing's
Yeah.
been through some shit.
Get a fascinator on a headband. Definitely not going to lose that.
Gonna get on the Amtrak.
But I
and
like
take
the-
my Viking helmet to Rehoboth.
I like the Viking
Calm down, Ben
helmet.
Franklin.
I like the Viking helmet idea.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Yes. What I did was I took the 8 ponies, the top 8 ponies, based on their odds.
All right.
Okay.
And what we're doing is we're going through a single elimination bracket.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what we are going to do is we are going to determine the winner by creating a beer.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Here's how this is going to work. It is a single elimination. We're going to compare 2 horses and 1 fact about them.
Okay.
We are going to determine which is the more appropriate fact for this beer. And we're going to go down through the line. You'll figure it out as we go along.
Okay, because I'm not
Okay.
tracking.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're going
Can we
to
have
do.
an example?
Just get us started.
Yeah, let's
and
go.
Yeah,
we're
just
we're
get
just
us
going to
started.
jump right in. So, the first thing that we have to do is we have to determine the name of our brewery.
Okay.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the stable or the owner of that horse.
Okay.
And whichever has the better brewery name is going to win.
I think I'm tracking.
Okay.
Okay.
So, for the very first one, and I'm not going to give you the name of the horse.
Right. Just give us the.
I'm just going to give you the stable. So, our first matchup is Fox Hill Farms
Okay.
or Live Oak.
I like
Live
Live
Oak.
Oak.
Live Oak is the better one?
I think so. Fox Hill Farms sounds like a winery.
Okay.
It
Yeah, it
does.
Yeah.
I like live oak.
Live Oak
farms
sounds like
thing.
barrel aged motherfucks.
So,
Yeah,
we are going
all
with Live
barrel-aged.
Oak.
Yeah, Live Oak.
Okay.
Live oak.
I'm tracking on this. I get where we're going now.
yeah. I'm following.
Okay.
I think I pulled something while coughing.
Our second matchup.
We don't even dab on the show.
Not yet.
Doing dabs, doing bingers, blowing out a lung. Get the cost real bad.
And whatever that Fortnite one is.
No, not dancing. God damn you. Move on.
So our second matchup is G&M West versus WS Farish.
What?
Are we still picking brewery?
We are still in breweries. We're still in the first round.
Give me the names again.
Yeah.
G&M and as an ampersand,
Right.
West or WS Farish.
That one.
G&M.
WS Farish.
That's easier to say.
I was going to say G&M West. That's easier to say for me. Farish, that's too slurry. Give me a Farish. You're going to push your Farish. But yeah, I'm outvoted 2-1, so.
2-1, we're going
Yeah.
with the WS Farish.
Yeah.
W.S. Farish.
Okay.
It's Anna Faris's dad or something. I don't know.
That Farish is pretty cool.
It's like I have ESPN or something.
So our next matchup is Judd Monty versus Speedway.
Judd Monty's fun to say.
Judd Monty.
I go Judd Monty.
Judd
Yeah.
Monty?
Simply
Alright.
because Speedway, that's like an AleSmith thing already.
Right.
They might sue.
Speedway's a gas station in that,
That too?
area. I worked there.
We have Speedways around here.
Yeah.
We have one. It's on 60. And that might be Crafton.
We have another one that's in like Beaver, towards the Ambridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They exist. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Our last matchup for round number 1 is G&M West versus St. George.
St. George.
St. George.
St. George.
St. George. That was a pretty easy
Yeah.
one.
Actually, wasn't St. George, going back to episode 98, wasn't St. George the name of the bird? Nope. That was St. Arnulf.
Arnulf.
Right.
Yeah.
It was Arnulf.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there might also be a St. George out there already, though. But who cares?
Probably.
It is obviously the better name because it already exists.
I feel like that's a town in Florida.
So, would you like to know which horses have been eliminated thus far?
Nah.
Okay, then. Screw them.
Yeah, fuck those horses. Who cares?
So, we have
You're
the
not
name.
allowed to do that in this country. Gotta go to Mexico for that.
Probably costs a lot because
So-
they're show horses, too.
We are down to 4 options for our brewery. We are going to take those winners,
Okay.
and we're going to take another fact about them.
Uh-huh.
We're going to determine the name of our beer.
Gotcha.
Are we ready for round number 1?
You mean round number 2?
Yes, thank you very much.
The other round.
The other round one.
That
So-
not the first one we did.
Round 1A.
Our our matchup number 1 in round number 2 is, this is the name of the beer,
Right.
is Dark Bay versus Noble Mission.
Ooh.
Dark Bay versus Noble Mission.
Ooh. Dark Bay sounds like rum to me.
I like Noble Mission.
I'm leaning towards Noble Mission. Because mission makes me think of missions, missionary, monks, brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Bay sounds like rum, so I'm going to go Noble Mission.
Noble Mission?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noble Mission.
Okay, then. Our second matchup is the Close Hatches versus Windstar.
You said closed hatches or hatchets?
Hatches
No.
versus Windstar.
Hatchets would have been cooler.
Hatchets would have been
cooler.
so much cooler.
But Windstar is a shitty band.
Oh, yeah, it is. Was
Yeah.
that Ford?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a
Ford
Windstar.
What did you just say?
Windstar.
Oh.
There's no D.
Oh.
No, not in this one.
There's no D in the Windstar.
There it is.
That makes complete sense.
Thank you for picking that up.
There it was.
Windstar, close hatches. I'm going with Windstar.
I'll go with
Easier to
Windstar.
say.
just because close hatches is so
I
bad.
gotta pronounce these things when I'm,
I'm also
drunk.
going
It's
with
not happening.
Windstar.
Okay, so we're going with Windstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aye.
Here is our last one. We have our brewery. We have our beer.
Yeah.
The last thing we need to figure out is we need to figure out how dark is this beer going to be.
Right.
So what we are doing is, this is only one question. It's 1v1 for all the marbles.
Right.
So what we're doing is we are going to combine the odds that the horse has to win plus the post number that has been assigned to this particular horse.
And that'll get us our SRM?
That will give us our SRM.
Okay.
It is a very easy matchup. Do we go with an SRM of 11 or 28?
28.
28.
28?
28?
Yeah.
You can have a different opinion.
I don't know.
But yeah, I
Maybe.
mean, you can have a different opinion, but it does get outvoted.
I know. I'm getting a.
11. That puts us in the range of like,
Super pale.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty pale, maybe approaching like a lager.
Yeah.
And 28, we're getting at least into that's porter territory. Probably darker
28
than the
then.
brown. Yeah.
28.
28 is the call?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We have figured out what horse we are putting our money on.
So why don't you give us what the brewery is, the beer name, and then the SRM?
This is all associated with this particular horse.
Right.
So, the brewery is the W.S. Farish.
Okay.
The beer is the Noble Mission,
Okay.
and it comes in at 28 SRM.
Okay. So I'm going to say this is probably like a Belgian quad or a dark Belgian strong.
Okay.
If we're getting that dark, but it sounds Noble Mission.
That does sound nice.
That's how that all
Okay.
comes together in my head.
Yeah, all right. Would you like to know which horse we are putting all of our money on?
Oh, it's not Noble Mission?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So Noble Mission was actually the mare of which this horse was bred from.
Oh, okay. You didn't explain that clue, like that setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't explain
No,
that.
he
You
said they
should-
were all related.
I know they were related. I guess I
So-
just
This
wish.
time, literally.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
But ting.
I guess I just wish I knew that category earlier
sorry.
on. Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
all. That's all.
That's
No,
all right.
we cleared it up now. Yeah.
The pedigree matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to know the pedigree. I wanted to know where you got that name from. I thought it was just a horse name. But the winner is
It is a horse name.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the
mare, yeah.
So the winner is Code of Honor. Code
Okay.
of Honor is coming out of post 13,
okay.
and odds of winning are 15 to 1.
There you go.
It
right.
is tied for 7th place. So
Right on.
7th and 8th place are both coming off at 15 to 1.
All right.
So we are having ourselves a long shot.
So there you go. Go on Bet DSI.
So Hop Nation USA, put all of your money on Code of Honor.
All your money on Code of Honor.
Give us 20% if and when you win.
Yeah.
That's a
Go to-
lie. Make it 50.
Go to Bet DSI. Use the promo code. I don't know. We don't have one. They're not a sponsor.
Right. So if and when that happens, you
Right.
can thank us
Right.
with our very scientific method,
Yeah.
trying to figure out who is going to win the Kentucky Derby.
And if you win a bunch of money off Bet DSI, then tell them that you won off them because of us.
Right.
And then maybe they'll sponsor us.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. That's how we are determining the winner of the Kentucky Derby.
Use your winnings to buy beer and
Yes.
send it to us.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Who is favored to win the Kentucky Derby,
the
Adam?
favorite to win is Omaha Beach, going off at 4 to 1.
Boo.
The second most likely is Game Winner, going off at 5 to 1. And then tied for third, we have Roadster and Improbable, both going off at 6 to 1.
I'd bet improbable.
That makes sense.
Right.
So I'll give you the rest. Maximum Security is going off at 10 to 1.
Oh.
Tacitus is also going off at 10 to 1. Code of Honor, we talked about, going off at 15 to 1. And in 8th place is Win Win Win, going off at 15 to 1.
I want to meet the people who name their horse Maximum Security.
Was the mayor of Win 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 Winstar?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. That
No.
just seems like how a pedigree would go.
No. So Win Win Win, for that round, it was actually the Dark Bay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
So
Okay.
since you thought it was a rum-based horse, it
Yeah.
did not win.
Stupid rum base horse.
I think I'd root for Omaha. Just
mean,
military.
It is
Yeah.
also, the favorite to go off.
No, I'm just going off the name. I would have to see it, though. The only time I ever won money on a horse race, the only time I ever bet money on a horse race, I picked the prettiest horse, and I won $65.
So you hear that, Omaha? You ugly horse, fuck you.
I don't know that it's ugly. That's not what I'm
just saying, if it is.
If
you
it is ugly, I will move on.
Yeah. If you ugly horse, mind your business.
You hoist.
You ugly horse.
Mind your business, you ugly hoist.
Derby.
Yes. So, what did everybody think of this toasted lager from Great Flood?
I liked it.
I liked it.
I'm sorry, it is not
Toasted
a lager.
brown.
Toasted brown ale.
The toasted brown.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah,
That was okay.
that was pretty good.
All right.
So there you go. Thank you, Louisville, for providing us with the Great Flood toasted brown ale.
Yes. And thanks,
Thank you,
Chris,
Kentucky.
thanks, Chris, for bringing us beer from Kentucky.
Yes, thank you
And
very
thanks, Kentucky, for actually brewing beer, so you can be part of the 52 and a change, however,
right.
however long
Oh,
we
yeah,
decide to do the
did
show.
settle on 52.
Yes. Because we got to get the territories in
Yeah.
there.
Trees.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess it's time we go to the podium.
Uh-huh.
Steve, would you like to go first?
Yes.
Go first.
I can go first. In bronze, I'm going to put the toasted brown from Great Flood. The more I drank it, the more that artificial flavor, that artificial burnt on the back end built up. And I don't know, I didn't care for it that much. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't love it. Silver, I'm going to give to the West 6 Brewing for their Pay It Forward Cocoa Porter. It's a pretty decent cocoa porter. I mean, it doesn't have many bells and whistles to it, but it hits everything correctly. It's not overly sweet in any way. It's not offensive in any way. It does everything right. It's wide appeal. It's a wide appeal porter, and then it has the added benefit of being charity supported.
Mm.
Well, it's charity supporting. It's not supported by charity. But, you can help people out by buying this beer. So, yeah, silver for that one.
Mm.
And gold I'm going to give to the Country Boy Brewing Halfway Home. Even though I didn't care for the name that much. It's still a really easy drinking beer. And it pretty much is the vibe I'm getting from it is an afternoon drinker. And you can definitely put a lot of these away. I wish there was a little bit more hoppiness in the actual beer itself, but on the nose, you get a lot of flavors in that. So I don't know, maybe open your nose while you're drinking. Just inhale while you're drinking and try not to drown yourself. Don't waterboard yourself with the halfway home.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's been about 20 minutes since I did that.
But yeah, otherwise, I think it's a pretty good beer, and I think it's something you can tailgate with. The
Oh,
Derby.
yeah.
You could tailgate the Derby with this, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Who would like to go next?
I'm up. So I guess my bronze is probably going to go to the West 6th. It is good, but it is, I didn't really get a whole lot of cocoa for a cocoa porter. It was just kind of basic, I guess. Didn't really stand out to me at all. It was good if you want just a porter. If you just want a run-of-the-mill porter, that's your beer. Absolutely. My silver is going to go to the Country Boy Halfway Home American Pale Ale. I liked it a lot, but like Steve was saying, the nose was definitely stronger than the actual taste, and I would have liked a little bit more of those hops to come through while drinking it. And then my gold is going to be the Great Flood Brewing Toasted Brown Ale, because it was definitely roasty toasty, and I really enjoyed that about it, and I didn't really taste rubber, so I don't
That's
know.
a win.
I just like that beer. I'm gonna go home and drink another one. So that's all I got.
Adam?
Here's where I'm at my table. Pretty great. With friends, drinking beer. It's fantastic.
It's not a bad night.
No,
Oh.
it's not. If I have to put these in order, which I do, I'm going to put the toasted brown ale from Great Flood. I'm going to put them in a bronze medal position. I did have a little bit of that weird aftertaste going on with it, and it just didn't, it kind of turned me off from the beer a little bit. I understand what they're going for. What they're going for is very noble, but I just, it didn't do anything for me. I was not a big fan of this beer. In the silver medal position, and this is where things do get a little bit more complicated, because it's a comparison of what do I prefer in terms of taste versus what do I feel is the better executed beer. This is a tough one. If I drank both of these and somebody said, hey, you want another one? Which one am I getting? Well, taste will prevail. So in the silver medal position, I'm going to put the Country Boy, the halfway home. It's a well-crafted beer. I think it's a very well-crafted beer. I think it's a good beer for the style.
Was waiting for it.
There you go.
Every time.
He said the thing. Waiting.
But it doesn't appeal to my taste. So for that, the West 6 Pay It Forward Cocoa Porter does appeal to my taste. I do like a good porter. I thought it was a good porter. That goes in the gold medal position. I like it. It wins. Kelsey?
While the West 6 was a good porter, I liked the other two beers above it this evening. So the Cocoa Porter goes in my bronze medal. Nothing wrong with it, just on my palate, I liked the other two above it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Katie said, it was a good porter, just kind of maybe didn't whelm me.
Gotcha.
In my that was my bronze. In my silver medal position, I think I have to put this Toasted Brown ale from Great Flood. Really solid brown. I like the toastedness. I like the roastiness. But there's just something about this halfway home from Country Boy Brewing that this is what I'd go back for. I would definitely go back for another Toasted Brown, but I feel like I could go back for 3 of these halfway homes very easily. So that's going to get my gold medal this evening. All delicious beers, though, from Kentucky. So,
Oh yeah, not one of them was bad.
yeah, good job, Kentucky.
Good work. Keep on trucking.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm just saying, you keep doing you. I mean, they're doing good now.
Yeah.
You can do better in the future.
Doesn't have to be all bourbon.
Yeah.
Make beer.
Yeah.
We like beer.
You've got your
And
bourbon
then
down.
age
Now
your
you can.
beer in your bourbon barrel.
a little over barrel aged beers, to be honest.
It's the wrong time of year.
It is the wrong time of year.
I just feel like the market was so saturated with them in the last year or 2 years. I'm just like, can I just have something that doesn't taste like that for a minute?
Bring back smoke beers.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's not my jam either.
That's my jam.
I like smoke.
I need it to taste like fire.
Smoke eaters.
Yeah.
More smoke.
More smoke. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we can smoke cannabis and put that into the beer.
I won't drink that one.
It's going to be hemp as fuck.
So United States government says I'm not allowed.
Well, that's you.
But
you can't be
Steve,
on
on the other
Yeah.
hand.
Steve, on the other hand.
Steve does as he pleases.
Yeah, Steve's not part of the UCMJ. You
No.
do you, boo boo.
Steve is his own boss. And his boss lets him do
Literally.
whatever. So yeah, but yeah, good work, Kentucky. Keep on trucking. Keep on doing your thing. We'll come back to you sometime, and if we can visit you, we will. You're on a good ale trail at this point.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, maybe hopefully one day we'll all get to go down to the Holy Grale.
Yes.
Ale. I'd like to thank Michael Moeller again for giving us all this good info about all the happenings and goings-ons in the breweries in the area. And again, check him out on the Building Breweries podcast. It's where he talks about building breweries. It's self-explanatory.
It's in the name.
It's in the name. But yeah, if you want to find us on social media, all you have to do is search Hop Nation USA, and that'll get you Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to listen to brand new episodes of the Hop Nation USA podcast every Friday, as you should, then search Hop Nation USA on your favorite podcatcher, including Stitcher, Podbean, Google Podcasts now.
Yes.
Not Google Music
You
Play.
got it.
I got it.
did it.
Nice.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Get on that Spotify.
Hell yeah, Spotify. I mean, I don't care. They don't pay anybody.
No,
Like Joe Rogan refused to be on there.
because he didn't get paid.
Well, because yeah, you don't get any royalties off that, but we don't get any pay at all right now. So
Right.
Spotify can have it all. But if you're on Apple Podcasts, it'll leave us a 5-star review because
We are a 6-star show, but they only let us use 5.
and that's a bigger crime than I don't know what's going on.
Something.
Yeah, burning shoes in a in a bathtub.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's all I got.
We did it.
Yeah, you can check out Michael Moeller at michaeldmoeller.com
Yeah.
on the Twitters.
Good guy to follow on Twitter.
We'll tag him.
And while you're there, send us any questions you got. If you got any suggestions for any other Kentucky breweries or brew pubs or tap houses that we should check out. And while you're on the internet, make sure you check us out at tpublic.com.
slash user slash Hop Nation USA, or just
search us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy our
merch.
Buy our shit.
Yeah. Put money in our pocket.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
Yeah. And if you live in one of those Midwest states that we've been talking about, like Nebraska or Arkansas or fucking North Dakota or South Dakota.
Is Arkansas Midwest?
Yeah. It's all Midwest to me.
Okay.
That's right next to Missouri.
Yeah. Missouri. Yeah, that state too.
And
Arkansas is
Missouri.
south to me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Arkansas is a little. Oh,
It's south.
Like,
It's south. It's
like
Texarkana.
southern Midwest.
Yeah.
Texarkana, Arkansas.
There's beer in Texarkana.
Yeah. Whatever.
The boys are thirsty in Atlanta.
Yeah. Whatever. If you're in one of these states, send us your beer and we'll talk about it on the show.
Seriously, because there's a really good chance I'm never going to Nebraska, so we're gonna need the hookup.
There's a really strong chance I'm going to Arkansas in a few weeks.
Remember your
Bingo.
friends?
Arkansas. Check out field reporter Kelsey on her way to Arkansas.
Yes.
Let's make her do homework. Tweet us some beers that Kelsey should pick up and
Yes.
bring us back.
Make
Where
an
should I
inviting
go?
home.
What's your favorite?
I'm flying into Little Rock, so
Make an inviting home for Kelsey as she does a field report from Arkansas and brings back your beer to us.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't got anything.
No, I'm good.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, we'll be back next week with 106 and something.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goat Satan's doing a good job.
Hell yeah. Goat Satan's the best Satan.
All right.